Okay. So on M2, roots of rational numbers. If a rational number means fraction, roots, we're going to have radicals or square roots, cube roots, stuff like that. And simplify your answer and write it as a decimal or a proper and improper fraction. We're going to get to all of that in just a little bit. So here's our fraction. Here's our square root. It's in the square root of 25 over 4. Now, when you do that, there's going to be several different ways that we can do these problems. And really, it just depends on what the problem is, on how we're going to confront it. But if we have a fraction inside of radical, we can always separate it and then do top to the top and bottom. And so the square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 4 is 2. Make sure you can always reduce make sure you reduce if you can. We cannot. So the answer would be 5 over 2. So the square root of 9 over the square root of 16, 3 over 4. The square root of 1 over the square root of 25. Square root of 1 is 1, square root of 25 is 5. So those would be your answers for those. Then, same thing here. Cube root to negative 343. That negative is either going to go to the top or it's going to go to the bottom, but it's not going to go to both. I think cube root of 343 is 7. I'm not for sure. Well, let me just show you what. So then we're going to share screen. New share right there. Come on. So this is sharing. So then, nope, clear. Cube root. Cube root. There we go. 343 is 7. Okay. Sure. So this would be negative 7. And 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So that would be 10. And that does not reduce. So that would be your answer. Or we can do this. Let's see if I can move this along. So on your next one, let's see if this will work. The 6th root on top of 64 over the 6th root of 729. And that equals 2 over 3, so that one worked. Sometimes this calculator that we have in class is going to work on these, and sometimes it is not. You're just going to have to play with it, and if for some reason it doesn't work, you're going to have to figure out a new way of doing it. So on the next one, it's 5th root of 243, so we're going to do fraction 5th root of 243, and we're going to put that over the 5th root of 32, and we get 3 over 2. That does not reduce, or the calculator would reduce it anyway. Okay. Then, up here, it says find the real root. So we're going to be doing the same thing, especially we have this wonderful calculator. It's going to do all this for us. We're going to put the 4th root in. We're going to put 0. Really don't have to put the 0, but just for the ones that have to have it step by step. And then 6, and then enter 0.4. Sixth root of 0.000 729 0.3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or negative 0.0. 1. If you put that in the calculator, you're going to get that. Take more time up for that. Okay, these are going to have the same answers as what M1 did. We're doing the cube root of it does not matter because this is odd. We're going to have one answer. We're going to have the fourth root of a negative number. Let's just put negative. If that happens, we are going to get 0 real answers. Okay, and that's it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since this is negative, your answer is definitely going to be negative 0.01 if you were to put that in the calculator. Alright, so this is basically what this is talking about. This is 3, so it is odd. This is negative. Since this is odd, your answer is always going to be 1 on these kind of questions. This is the fourth root. Fourth root is even. This is negative. This is negative. If this is even and this is negative, you are not going to have any answers.